Well, hello everyone. Um, and again, my apologies for the long delay. Unusually long this time. I bet it's been close to 2 months since I've posted a video. But anyway, this particular video, I thought I would do something a little bit different. For those of you who enjoy early record labels, you might enjoy this one. What I've done is I have assembled a small cross-section of mostly 10-inch record labels from my collection that I have found over the years, and I thought some of you might get a kick out of looking at some of the old labels. I don't even know if I have enough time to go through this small subsection of my collection to show you of early record labels, but most of what I'm going to show you is what I consider unusual record labels. And you're probably wondering, why in the world is he showing the cover of an Edison Cylinder Phonographs book? It just happened to be handy, and I just didn't want to give away the very first. I didn't want to talk, for 3 or 4 minutes as an introduction to show you, while I'm showing the first record label. Anyway, so let's begin. So really, sorry, this doesn't have anything to do with Edison cylinders or cylinder phonographs on this one. It's just happened to be one of my something for me to show while I was doing my intro. It's not right, is it? You can see I got another one down here too, another one of these books. Anyway, let's begin. This is Gene Tunney. Of course, Gene Tunney was a fantastic early boxer, and Gene Tunney, with cooperation from Victor, put out some of these. Basically, it's a binder of a couple of records for health exercises, and it's pretty hard to find, I think anyway. Matter of fact, I just found this one after 25 plus years of collecting. I just found this one in the wild perhaps a year ago, and it's all complete. It's inside of it has some of these crazy exercises, deep breathing exercises and stuff like that. And it's pretty neat. And of course, one of the more unusual things about this is it's on a blue scroll label, Victor scroll label. And so anyway, and it's got his facsimile signature there. Sorry about the glare from my light here. It's kind of cloudy today, but I did my best here. Anyway, so there's that. That's my beginning one, and these are all at random, by the way. I just put together a list of, a group of records that I thought you might be interested in seeing. Here is, excuse me. Here's a 12-inch Nations Forum, and this is Silent Calvin Coolidge. It says Governor of Massachusetts, but of course he went on to become our 30th U.S. President. And again, this is a 12-inch Nations Forum record, and I believe Calvin Coolidge was from Vermont. He never had too much to say, but it's debatable whether he was a good president or not. I think he did a pretty good job, but that's neither here nor there. That's so that's one of the records that I was going to show you. Here's another unusual, what I consider an unusual record. This is Sportsmanship by His Royal Highness Prince of Wales, and on the flip side, it's in its original jacket too. On the flip side is God Bless the Prince of Wales, and of course these picture label Victors are quite scarce, especially this one. So there's that. This is I apologize, it's in the wrong size sleeve, but this is a Billy Murray. Of course, we all like Billy Murray, but there's a blue, what we call a blue wax American Record Company label record. These are probably from about 1906. There were several variations of this label, but I just like it because it's attractive. You know, it's got the Indian smoking a peace pipe and music hath charms. And of course these were Hawthorne and Shebley and Prescott. This is Billy Murray with a sprig of shillelagh. So, and these sometimes these had a real neat back side, but that was plain. Whoa! I just dropped my book. Let me get it before our cover gets ripped. Here is these aren't really that uncommon, but this is the Columbia Phonograph Company special record, specially made for the Metropolitan Life Insurance Company, Silent Night, Holy Night, Metropolitan Life Insurance Glee Club. And of course, there's something else on the other side too. Whoops. Christmas message from President Haley Fisk. Anyway, there's that one. And what else we got here? This is a 12-inch William Howard Taft. Oh boy, sorry, it's kind of dusty. But this is Functions of the Next Administration, 12-inch William Howard Taft. Any record by a U.S. president prior to, you know, say Franklin Roosevelt is very scarce, especially the farther back we go. Taft, of course, he was at one time very loyal to his predecessor, who was Teddy Roosevelt. And of course, Teddy Roosevelt, well, let's say that he wasn't really kind to Taft. And by most accounts, William Howard Taft, who was a very large man, 6'5" and like 300 and something pounds, but he was, by most accounts, a really nice guy, you know, for a U.S. president. Anyway, so here's a 12-inch record. Very uncommon to find William Howard Taft on a 12-inch record. I have several that we've seen in earlier videos on the 10-inch label, but 12 inches is quite hard to find. I've got several of these records. Now this is a really neat label. I got this one actually recently. This is a label I've been looking for many years. This is a Faultless Concert record, and this is Collins and Harlan, Honey Won't You Love Me Like You Used To, the John M. Smythe Company of Chicago. It's just fantastic graphics to me. If I can get in here kind of close, you can see there's horse and buggies in front, probably taking people to see a concert in this nice old Victorian building here. Lovely, lovely label. Of course, these are single-sided. Collins and Harlan, a quick story about Collins. Unfortunately, he had a bad accident. He was singing on stage, I believe in the early 1920s, and that's just off the top of my head. But he was singing on stage and to a diamond disc. Back then it was Edison had how do I say it? He sent some of his artists to various cities to sing along with an Edison diamond disc phonograph that was playing, and then the singer would step off stage. They would dim the lights, and they would the singer would step off stage, and the phonograph would continue playing the record, thus confirming how good the sound was from an Edison diamond disc phonograph. And unfortunately, on one of these occasions, Collins stepped off stage in the darkness, and he fell through an open trap door that a stagehand had left open, and was very seriously hurt. in my opinion, it shortened his life. He lived, I think, another 10 or 11 years into the early 30s, as I recall. But very tragic accident, you know, falling through a stage door. But anyway, very, very unusual label here. Very hard to find. Faultless concert record. This is a Victor Patty record, single-sided 12-inch, and it's so hard to get this clear, and I apologize for that. But anyway, these were a special label. I featured a couple of these labels in one of my earlier videos. The Victor Patty record and the Victor Melba records. Basically, they were star-type labels dedicated to the famous opera stars of the early century. Let's see here. I'm running out of time here, unfortunately. I'm doing too much talking. Here is an unusual Caligursi label. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Emelita Galigurci. She signed actually this label here. So this is an unusual gold with red Victor Batwing label. So there's that one. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is an unusual orthophonic era record. This is the $15,000 Victor record, and this is you can see it's really dusty. I haven't played it in many years. But anyway, it's number 36,000, and we can verify that this is the record that goes in this because you can see this is 36,000. I don't know, you know, why this is considered a $15,000 record, but you know, somehow somebody did. So there's that one. Let's see here. Get a couple more here. I'm running out of time here, but here you can see an OK Records label, or sorry, jacket, and I stuck this Mozart Jewel Ball record in here. Just an unusual label. I think this is the only one that I have of this particular label. This is Onward Christian Soldiers, Mozart Talking Machine Company. Who knows? Fly-by-night company, but a neat label. Here's another oddball one, Tremont. And this is Francisco's Marimba Band, Serenade. Somebody marked on it 25 cents. Let's see what else we got here. Actual moments in the reception of Colonel Lindbergh at Washington, D.C. That's a neat record because you can hear it in one of these sides here. You can hear the auga horn. Somebody probably beeping to get some of the people out of the way so they could get their Model A or you know, basically get their car through. And it's kind of neat that it was that the old auga horn was captured. Here's a very unusual Emerson 6-inch record. This is a picture record. Hans Nix, Telephone Sing Sing. And this is Louis Mann, but very rarely do you find a picture label for Emerson. And here we have a President record. This is Warren G. Harding. These show up occasionally. It's not a particularly rare label, but it's scarce. It's his address, basically honoring the war dead from World War I. Let's see. Now this is just a fun one that I tossed in here. Burglar's Story and the High Cost of Living. This is Raymond Hitchcock. It's just a comedy 12-inch record. Here is a demonstration record on the Pathé vertical cut label. Demonstration record, one side here, and then the other side is exhibiting the superiority of tone of the Pathé. So there's that. Last one I want to show you is a Pathé vertical record here. And this is Babe Ruth's Home Run Story by Babe himself. And just kind of an unusual record, vertical cut path A. That's it for this session. I hope that you enjoyed some of these anyway, and hope you'll come back soon. Thanks a lot.